What's up, Docs Daily? It is Friday, August 15th. We are live and in full effect. Robert Ferringo and Nick Mencken join me on Fridays here. It is August 15th, right? Yes. All right. I keep thinking it's the 14th. I don't know why. I keep just saying it. I typed it 4 times today already.
Yesterday was so much fun. You want it to be yesterday again.
I just don't want it to end. Yeah. I'll tell you what, if you didn't check out Robert Ferringo's football release party show, we're gonna have to come up with an acronym or something for it. I don't know. Something. It's a work in progress, people. It's week 2 of the preseason. But Robert had on Nick, had on Craig, Griffin, Nolan from Strike Point Sports, talked a lot about how we're going to approach week 2 of preseason football. If you haven't checked it out, it was live. It will be live every Thursday at 6 o'clock Eastern, but you can rewatch it. Go back and check out certain points or different views that you might want to see from different handicappers. Robert talked about a lot of information yesterday, so good stuff from him. Nick Mencken and Craig Trapp have a rapid fire MLB play video out right now, so check that out as well. Nick, what else you got going on a Friday besides golf? I mean,
tea time starting there in about 45 minutes.
For a minute.
Robert's got a tea time. I got a tea time. It's a big golfing day for the boys, but hey, we got a big day on the slate. CFL going for 6 in a row here. We're 5-0 in my last 5 selections. We got a 7 unit coming out tonight. Only game on the board, and it is a totals play, so make sure to hop on that one. And I'm locked and loaded on the baseball diamond. I got 3 plays here, lower volume, a little more plays, and as well, WNBA, I have a 2-pack there and a player prop. So we're locked and loaded, getting ready for the weekend. UFC coming up as well. So we're locked and we're dialed in here, Lenny, ready to go.
I like it. Robert, what do you got going on this weekend? I know a ton of preseason stuff.
Hold on, Nick. You're selling it short too. What is it, like 11-3 plus 3,000 over the last 3 weeks in the CFL?
Yeah, that's correct.
Is that right? 5 straight, back-to-back big play winners. So
keep plugging it. I didn't want to plug it too hard, Robert. Didn't want to plug it too hard.
I know. That's what I'm here for, to plug it for you. Look,
plug.
Got to ride the hot hand. We just got to ride the hot hand. You know what I mean? We have big plays all the time, but when you're feeling good like this, that's when you want people involved. It's like I talked about it yesterday, and I'm going to talk about it again today. I have my 8-unit futures play out. It's a college football futures play. I have an 8-unit play out there. You want to bet this play. Okay, I can't be any clearer about it. Like, I'm 10-1. I'm 10-1 across all sports over the last 3 years. On any futures play that I release, it's 5 units or above. 10-1. The only one I lost was the Atlanta Falcons a couple years ago, 2 years ago, with Desmond Ridder going under. That was the only one I missed. Of course, I'm not still bitter about it or anything.
No, it doesn't sound like it at all.
Last year, my 8-unit NFL play was on San Francisco under 11.5. Okay, they won 6 games. And again, it's easy to say, oh, well, everybody saw that coming. No, at this point last year, San Francisco, their season win total was 11.5. They were coming out of the Super Bowl. They were still one of the favorites to win the Super Bowl. That'd be like betting on the Chiefs under this year, and they only go out and win 6 games. Right. I like this 8-unit play as much as I liked that one yesterday. So get on that. I have a 7-unit WNBA today and 7-unit baseball, even though I'm about to throw myself in traffic or off a bridge because of baseball this week.
Baseball's been a little wonky. I'll say that all week. CFL saves the day last night with Ottawa, though. I know Robert, yesterday on Doc's Daily, you were like, CFL, what are we talking about here? I'm telling you what.
Craig won his play.
Ottawa got that bad boy. I bet it early at I think +5. I think I got it at, but it moved all the way down to 3.5. And they lost by 3. So we covered. If you had 3.5 or 4, whatever, boom, shakalaka, the Ottawa Red Blacks come out of nowhere. They were down. It was 30-10. With 5 minutes left or something, and the game ends 30-27. Canadian football. Thank you.
Yeah, it's Canadian football right there.
Yeah, from one red-blooded American to Canada. Thank you. That's the only thing you got.
Thanks, Vernon. Thanks, Vern.
Yeah, thanks, Vern. I appreciate that. But I'll tell you what, you guys, I plug your stuff. Tout your horns, do all that because you guys are all great.
Got to pay extra for that.
But listen, I'm gonna toot my own horn real quick here, because I'm gonna talk about the YouTube membership, and we talk about it. You want to be a YouTube member? It's what cool kids do. Okay, that's the sales pitch there, because all the cool kids are doing it. That's why. You want me to tell you why? Because the cool kids are. I'll give you another reason. My level costs $4.99 a month, $5. I'm not giving it to you for free. I'm talking for real. The owner of this company wanted to give you guys memberships and live shows, and I said no. He's giving nobody $5. You can give him a free 60. That makes sense. I ain't giving you $5. You won't pay $5 for this guy who's 4-1. I give you one play a day, just one. You only get one for $5 a day, or I'm sorry, $5 a month. $5 for 1 month, and you get one play a day. I'm 9-4 since I started this, and 4-1 this week. This week, you're up over $1,200 if you were $100 better. So no, you don't get $5 for free, because I've heard a lot of stuff in the chat. Oh, just give us one trial membership. Nope. Here's your trial membership. Pay the $5. Follow me for 5 days. Get your money back. Put a little something in the tip jar. Don't be afraid. YouTube links in the description of the video. So toot. There we go. Free $60. That's what you get free. That's at the website. Head over there. Use that on any handicapper you want. Get in on that stuff. All right, I'm all worked up. I've had 2.5 coffees, so feeling good. Ready for preseason football this week. Robert, what should we be betting on this week?
I can't believe that there were no games last night, especially with a small baseball card. That felt like a missed opportunity for football. Yeah. But one of the games I'm looking at tonight is that Atlanta game, not just because it's in my backyard, but because we're going to get starters out of the Falcons. I want to see some Michael Penix action.
Yeah.
And there's 2 games that have 2 very similar situations in them this week that I have my eye on. Okay, one of them is this Falcons game. The other one is the sorry, folks, my brain is not working great right now. It's who's Detroit playing? Detroit playing Miami. Okay, those 2 games, very similar. We have 2 teams in the Titans and the Dolphins that have been on the road for 2 weeks. Okay, Miami played in Chicago last week. They didn't go home. They went right to Detroit. They've been practicing all week, and now they got to play this game. How is that going to impact them? Same thing for the Titans. They were in Tampa Bay last week. They've been doing joint practice with the Falcons here in Atlanta this week. So they've both been on the road for 2 weeks. Tennessee's favored this week for some reason. Atlanta's playing some of its starters. I have to think, even though it hasn't been reported, that the Lions are going to play some of their starters, because this is game 3 in the preseason. We haven't seen the first string yet. Right. We got to see some of these guys, I have to imagine, right now. So it is going to be interesting to see. And also, last thing, in all of the reports that I've read this week, the Falcons dominated the Titans in joint practices. The Lions worked Miami earlier this week. Okay, that's everything that I read. So how does that play into these 2 games? Do the ones pull back a little bit because they already whooped them in joint practices? So those are 2 games that I'm really, really interested in, let's say.
Does the joint of practices affect your handicapping?
Not even a little bit. I know some people and a lot of people got burned in week 1, right? Like that was a big trend last year where if you had joint practices, the under hit it like 90% or something stupid like that. But as we covered on Doc's Football Release Party last night, last year the under went 4-12 in week 1 and then 2-14 in week 2. That's 6-26 against the total. Okay, that's already been blown out of the water. Everybody went 13-2 last week. So like trying to handicap based on that stuff, like no, joint practices doesn't even come on my radar.
I do like tonight's game, that Chiefs Seahawks game. I got a little play in that action, but that's just
Seattle, right?
It's under for me.
Under, yep.
It's under. I think there's going to be rain or chance of rain and stuff like that, and just
real bad weather.
We're really not going to, put our ones out there and try and win a meaningless game in the rain and risk injury. I mean, there's only so much, so I kind of lean that way. But
yeah,
Minnesota now favored too. Did you see that one, Robert?
That's a weird
-1.5.
crazy, right? We were talking about this one last night. Like they announced that JJ McCarthy's not playing, and the line moves 4 points in their favor. Like weird, right?
That's preseason football.
I don't know. Some of these games, like tomorrow, like I'm gonna want to watch the Jets-Giants game, and here's why: because there's no way, shape, or form do I think I'll ever want to watch it during the regular season. Anything like there could be every game will be playing in week 15, and they'll all matter, and that'll be the 16th game on the list of games to watch. It just will not matter. I do think Aaron Glenn is going to do things with the Jets this year. I believe in that guy. I've said this before a million times. I think the Lions will miss him more than what they will miss Ben Johnson, but whatever. And I don't know I know our guy Nolan's probably watching here. I don't know.
He's in the comment section trolling him.
I don't know. I don't know who your Giants are. I don't know. They know who they are to even have a plan to get to where they want to be. That's what I think. I think they're all like looking around like when you played middle school soccer or football and you're looking around like whose mom brought the oranges. I think that's what the players are looking for is who brought the snacks.
Russell Wilson's just putting it in God's hands, Lenny. He's letting
let Jesus take the wheel.
Take the wheel for the Giants season this year. That's it.
Oh, that dude. Yep, Super Bowl champs. That's who they are.
Right.
Oh my goodness. Anybody watch Hard Knocks on NFL on Netflix?
Have you been watching that?
Hard Knocks?
I have not been watching Hard Knocks.
I watched the first episode and I saw enough to know that it's lame.
Like, I don't know.
Who is it this year? I know the Bears had it last year.
The Bills.
Buffalo.
The Bills, yeah. And it's so Josh Allen is corny. He's exactly who you think he is. Like he's corny, he's goofy, you know what I mean? He's nerdy, but I mean he's talented as talent gets, right? It is what it is, but it's just kind of weird to see. I love that kind of stuff. I love anything I can get behind.
It used to be really good and really interesting, and I felt like you could glean some stuff out of it. Now it's so whitewashed. Like, do you notice that they didn't have an in-season? You remember last summer they did the Giants in-season Hard Knocks? They didn't do that because the Giants looked so ridiculous and they got made fun of so much for that nobody wanted to sign up to do it because nobody wanted to be exposed the way that their loser front office was exposed last year. And so this Hard Knocks, like, again, it used to be interesting. They used to kind of dig in on it, but now they don't. It's basically just like an infomercial type of thing. And I'm not going to waste an hour of my time. Like, I need information at this point in the year. I want information. I want something that I can use, and you're not getting any of that.
It gets more, it's more like quirky stuff. It's not really like you don't see a lot of them on the field or in, you're not going to see any, they're not going to peel the curtain back that way like they did. Yeah. And I think that from a fan standpoint, you want to see it all, right? But from a GM standpoint, you're like, I'm not showing you shit.
Because, are they still making the cuts on Hard Knocks? Are they still showing the cuts?
Yeah.
Okay, I heard they.
That's hard. Those are hard conversations to watch and how they do that.
Okay.
I remember watching I probably watched the Lions one like 4 or 5 times, and still it's been like 5 years or 4 years since Dan Campbell was on there. But God, I mean, when I'm down, I'll just turn that on. Dan Campbell gets me going.
Hey, talking about the Bills for a second, by the way. I was having this conversation because I'm in Georgia, but I'm surrounded by New Yorkers down here. We all moved down together 20-something years ago and found each other. So I'm surrounded by a lot of Bills fans with their irrational hope and self-loathing. But I got to tell you, going into the season, I think Buffalo is the best team in the NFL. I think they have the best roster. I think that this is looking at their schedule. I think that this is their best opportunity to finally get over the hump and get to the Super Bowl. Because the thing is that if they get there, they're going to win. If the Bills get to the Super Bowl, they're going to win. It's like when Peyton Manning finally got over the hump and finally got past the Patriots and made it to the Super Bowl. There was no doubt that he was going to win against the Bears that year, right? I didn't want him to, but I'm like, you can't deny this guy. So if Buffalo gets to the Super Bowl, they're going to win. This is their best opportunity because the AFC is loaded, but they're in the probably the weakest division after Houston, but Houston's not really a threat. Houston's good, but they're not a threat. They're going to have the easiest schedule. They have the easiest path to the first seed and the bye this year, which would get them those games at home, mean they're one game away from the AFC Championship. So I feel like it feels like now or never. I think that 11.5 is kind of juicy for them, that season win total over. This feels like a 14-3 year for them. I think this is it for Buffalo. I don't do Super Bowl futures or any of that nonsense. They're just bad bets, but the Bills are the only team I would even consider for winning the AFC right now. Just all things considered.
I just don't see any surprises out of the AFC in general. Like, it's still going to be the Bengals and Ravens will be there at the end. The Buffalo Bills, the Kansas City Chiefs at the end. That's the list. There's no surprise after those four.
The West has the potential to be for some serious shake. Denver is good. Sean Payton knows what he's doing, man. Like,
I agree.
Their defense is awesome. And the Chargers are no joke. Like, all Harbaugh does is win. It's all he's done anywhere that he's ever run. They stunk last year. Their roster was terrible last year, and they still won double-digit games and went to the playoffs. So, like, the Chiefs have had kind of a walkover the last few years in their division. They do not have a walkover. Like, that is going to be a battle for that race. So I think that's
I don't believe in the Chargers as much as you, but I understand why you do. I just don't see it. I think their time is Justin Herbert. He ain't what he thought he was.
Oh, you're crazy. You're crazy.
Awesome. Robert, what do you think about Buffalo, Chicago Sunday night? What are we thinking? Bears -3.
I liked it. That was one of those games I talked about last night that, like, I had the under typed up and then just deleted it when I saw the stats on the overs and stuff like that. Well, 41 seems high. I get it that Josh Allen's playing, but, like, how long is he really going to play? 2 series? Like, they're not.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, when these guys play, they're going to play like one series.
I think Caleb Williams will play a quarter. I'd like to see him play a quarter. But Nick, like, what did you? I thought the Bears' defense looked. I know they gave up 24 points last week, but I thought their defense looked pretty good in general. Like, they were attacking. Who was it? Booker had like 3 sacks or something like that. They were causing.
He was dominant. He was dominant. The defense definitely looked good, but like you said, I'm just interested to see these first strings and what they do in that first possession. I really want to see them move the ball and how the play calling is with Ben Johnson. So you got 2 Buffalo Bills, Josh Allen, and then Caleb Williams. It's going to be a fun one to watch, especially in that first quarter.
Yeah, and again, like, going for losing Eberflus, that guy was an idiot. I was glad he was gone, but I was worried about the defense taking a step back because, say what you will about Eberflus, our defense was always very good under him. I love the fact that they got Dennis Allen. Dennis Allen is one of those Peter Principle guys, man. Like, he's not meant to be a head coach. Look at his record as a head coach with the Raiders and Saints. Like, that guy will probably never be a head coach again, but he knows defense. He is a very good defensive coordinator, and that's kind of an underappreciated thing about the Bears. Like, everybody's talking about, Caleb Williams in the offense, Ben Johnson. I think they're going to be fine on that side of the ball just because I believe in Ben Johnson. I think Caleb Williams is awesome, and they got a lot of weapons over there, right? But if the Bears are going to go where we need them to go, they can't drop off defensively. They have to be a top 10 defensive unit, and they bulked up that defensive line, so hopefully that will pay some dividends. I'm more interested in how I can't say that. Like, I'm definitely interested in the offense. But I want to see how this defense holds up and see that there isn't a drop-off going from Eberflus to Allen.
I don't believe in Caleb Williams at all. I hate to tell you guys.
You're crazy.
It's all right. You're a Detroit fan.
What has he done? What has he done?
What's he done? 21 touchdowns and 6 interceptions?
Right. What are we talking about? Other than win the Heisman, what has he done?
We're talking about college. We're talking about college. We're talking about college stats.
Look at his O-line that he had. It was brutal. It was brutal. And now he's actually got an offensive line this year.
He was a rookie in a totally dysfunctional situation with an offensive coordinator that got fired more than midway through the season, with one of the worst coaches in the league behind a terrible offensive line. And what did he do? He had a pass. He completed 62.5% of his passes. He had an 88 passer rating. He threw 20 touchdowns to 6 interceptions. He didn't come in here and just start like fumbling and happy feet and throwing the ball all over the place and have 22 interceptions or something like that. He was really good
Lenny's just salty. We
Listen,
got his boy Ben Johnson.
I'll get you guys.
He's no Hendon Hooker. He's no Hendon Hooker.
I will. Oh yeah, no, it's not. The hooker is not real. I'm telling you right now, I'll get you guys memberships in 2 years to his podcast that he'll have out.
Keep hating, brother.
I'm just saying
that boy good. That boy good.
No. Let's talk MLB. What do you got guys going on tonight in MLB? Anything?
We have to.
Yeah,
I know. We're supposed to. I think I'm contractually obligated. Yeah.
I'm so mad right now.
Listen, Arizona. It's just bet it and forget it. Arizona -1.5 over the Rockies in Colorado. I bet the over 12 last night. That didn't work.
How about Milwaukee too? Just
12 in a row. This is ridiculous.
Right. Like they haven't even named a starter yet. They're just like, it's like they're testing themselves. It's like, watch what I do when I don't look. Like, just bet Milwaukee and bet against Colorado. That's it. You know, it's a 2-team parlay for you. There you go. Robert gave you a 2-team parlay right there. You don't even know it. I released this in Doc Sports newsletter, which comes out, which is set every Wednesday. Usually hit your inbox on Thursday. Which, if you're not signed up for the newsletter, sign up for the newsletter. You get like 8 free picks, a list of top plays for the weekend, just like insight from all the handicappers, what's going on. It helps kind of plan out your weekend. But in my free play this week, I gave the under in that Philadelphia-Washington game. So I'm going to go ahead and double down on that. Zach Wheeler and Mackenzie Gore. You guys know that I'm a big Mackenzie Gore fan. Really underrated. Right there. Washington just got done with their road trip. They kind of suck. Like, first 5 innings under also, I believe is 4.5. So hit that. That way we eliminate that Washington bullpen out of the whole situation. But I think Wheeler, who was not good in his last 2 starts, is going to be very good tonight. And again, Mackenzie Gore, pencil him in. 5 innings, 1 earned run. Yeah.
Yeah, right. It's like not funny, but it's funny. Pencil him in because that's what he's going to get you. Nick, what do you got going on in MLB?
Yeah, I'm looking at this Texas Rangers and the Toronto Blue Jays. Jacob deGrom is on the bump here for the Rangers. He's got 135 innings of work. He's got 143 Ks. He's been dominant this season. And then Chris Bassitt. Chris Bassett's been a lot better at home, but his ERA is a lot higher than Jacob deGrom's. It's at 4.18 here. I'm looking at a first 5-inning play with the Texas Rangers. I know the concern has been the offensive production, but Chris Bassitt gives up a lot of runs here. So I like the Texas Rangers to get on the Toronto Blue Jays early. And the Toronto Blue Jays just not swinging it as well here as of late on the offensive side. They only won yesterday 2-1 against the Cubs. And then obviously that's the question mark for the Texas Rangers. Can they produce runs with their best arm on the mound? I think we could get a nice price here, first 5 innings over the Toronto Blue Jays, Lenny.
I like that.
Bassitt is a guy we were talking about last night. It's going to be real interesting between him and Scherzer, who is able to separate here down the stretch for that 3rd spot in Toronto's playoff rotation. Like Bassitt hasn't been good. You know, like this is going to be the third straight year that his ERA has gone up since his stint with the Mets. You know, you look, he had 1 good start in a loss against Kansas City because the Royals stink, where he gave up 1 run in 6 innings. But his other 2 starts recently, 4.2 innings, 3 earned runs, 2.1 innings, 6 earned runs. So he's given up 10 earned runs in his last 13 innings of work. Like he's lost 3 straight starts. I mean, is this a guy we should just be fading until he gives us reason otherwise, or do you think that he is going to snap out of it, Nick?
I don't think he's going to snap out of it. He's been consistently inconsistent this whole season here. Just like you said, Robert, he hasn't had a good quality start until I see a good quality start. And a quality start's going 5 to 6 innings, 1 to 2 runs given up. That's a quality start there from a starting pitcher. As soon as I see that, then maybe the tables turn and I start betting with the Toronto Blue Jays and Chris Bassitt. But I've been fading the Toronto Blue Jays when Chris Bassett's on the mound. I know that their record is 71 to 51. 20 games above 500, but I would just keep fading kind of Chris Bassitt. And I honestly lean towards that over. It's 7.5. I think this is where the Texas Rangers produce a lot of runs on the offensive side against the guy giving up a lot of runs. And then, hey, if it goes the other way, the Toronto Blue Jays, they haven't been swinging the bats as well. they could light it up here today against Jacob deGrom. I personally don't think it's going to happen. I'm more so on the Texas Rangers side, like I said, on that first 5 innings and the overplay for tonight. But going back to your question, Robert, fade Chris Bassett. He's just been inconsistent the whole year.
Yeah, I mean, you got to think good DeGrom is going to show up tonight too. I'm looking at his last 3 starts. He's given up 5 earned runs, 5 earned runs, 3 earned runs. That is not Jacob deGrom-like. This guy doesn't get lit up for 4 straight starts. You got to think he's going to have his good stuff tonight, and his good stuff usually means 8 innings, 4 hits, and 1 run.
That's fair. That's a fair stat line though for him. And I don't see what's wrong. I mean, it is what it is. I'm more enamored with these Brewers. I'm telling you what, I keep telling people don't get on the train now because it's already left. I've been on this train for a very long time.
Right.
And I joke and I say, well, that bet made car payments. Well, I'm that kind of guy. I need to compartmentalize in my brain. That bet made me a car payment. I can't
wait until they lose in the first round of the playoffs. I can't wait till they lose.
Oh, I'll be against them on
game
1, game 2, 100%.
Right.
I'm going to the game. Brewers here Monday.
Are you really?
Series. Yeah, big series.
Awesome.
120 starts, so I'll be at that game.
Yeah, they're going to win 108 games, 110 games, whatever it is. And they are going to lose in the first round of the playoffs.
Yeah. They always do.
It's August 15th. Somebody write it down, Nolan. Brewers lose in their first playoff series.
And here's the thing: it's they're just nuts. The Brewers, they're like Penn State. Like I'm all over Penn State this year too. I think Penn State's going to go very, very far.
Don't do it.
They will lose in the playoffs.
Yes, don't get sucked in, man.
Yeah,
when have you ever seen? Right. When have you ever seen Thru? Like, forget about James Franklin. They're like, oh, James Franklin in a big game. He's like 4-20 against top 10 teams. I get it, but he was also at Vanderbilt for half of his career. So you shouldn't count those stats. My thing is Drew Aller. What was the big game that Drew Aller has ever shown up for? Like how small does he look when he plays against Michigan and Ohio State and teams like that? Like Drew Aller has done nothing in his career. People are talking about him being like a first round pick, being the top quarterback. Like, what are we even talking about? Like, what game has that guy ever had where you're like, wow, he's the best player on the field? Like, wow, they can't stop Drew Aller. Like, somebody's got to,
I don't think everybody's ever said that.
Right.
I
That's
don't
what I
think
mean.
anybody's said that. Yeah.
So
he reminds me of Kyler Murray.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Bit.
Yeah, I mean, I feel the same way. I'm not high on Arizona. I want to be high on the Cardinals.
Yeah, me too.
I think they have a good team.
Yep.
But the little fella there, and I'm going to go back to my mob quote movies. The little fella's the problem over there. Okay, and we all know who the little fella is. So, he's a problem over there.
Hey, one last thing about Penn State, September 27th. That's the Oregon game. They're going to be favored by about 6 points, I think. I think that number is going to be higher than you expect it to be. That's the game. Win that game, cover that spread, and then I'll buy into Penn State. Anything short of that, no.
Fair. We'll see. All right, Robert, you got anything to plug before we bounce on out of here?
Nope, you guys have heard enough out of me.
There you go. Nick?
No, just a big 7-unit CFL coming tonight. 11-3 my last 14 plays. Let's go.
Stay hot.
No, I got nothing. Just this big old 7-unit CFL drop it like it's hot play. I'm just saying. Yeah, go over there. Check out. Hey, use that free $60 account like we talked about at the beginning of the show. Use that free $60 account. You can get Nick's CFL 7-unit right there.
His CFL play and get my futures play and get that bet in now before the juice moves on this.
Get on that. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Doc's Daily's on at 11 a.m. Eastern, bright and early. Griffin and I will be going through the MLB slate, probably talking itty bitty about football, but we really roll through the MLB slate. As college comes closer, we'll be talking about games that you just want to talk about in the chat. But be on time. The chat goes nuts. And get in line, 11 a.m. Eastern. Doc's Daily Saturday. Good luck unless you're against us. Go Nick CFL and your future play college.